All right, let's dive right into this. Welcome to our latest explainer. Look, the transfer window is an absolute whirlwind right now. And honestly, keeping track of what's real, what's completely stalled, and what's just pure headline magic, it's basically a full-time job. But hey, that's exactly why we're here. Today, we're taking the latest, hottest headlines directly from the Sky Sports Transfer Center and running them straight through our transfer funnel. We're going to start with the cold, hard facts, squeeze our way through the heated bidding wars, and then finish up with the absolute most staggering blockbusters currently swirling around out there. So buckle up, because the market is absolutely chaotic today. And just to give you a little taste of why you need to stay locked in for this entire explainer, how does the prospect of Real Madrid and Brazil superstar Vinicius Jr. heading to North London sound? Yeah, you heard that right. We're going to break down exactly what Sky Sports is reporting on that massive front. Throw in a staggering £85 million rejected bid that is about to completely shake up the market for top wingers, and well, we've got a lot of ground to cover. So let's get right into the funnel, starting from the very bottom where the ink is already dry on the paper.
Section 1. The ink is dry. Confirmed done deals.
The sheer variety of moves we're seeing finalized right now, it's just fascinating. Over at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea have actually agreed to a deal to sign French defender Maxence Lacroix from Crystal Palace. Meanwhile, Ipswich Town are making some serious moves, locking down Celtic forward Dyson Maeda in a solid £10 million deal. But you know, Celtic themselves haven't just been selling. They've actually gone and agreed a club record deal for Hogg. But honestly, look at that Elliot Anderson move, swapping Nottingham Forest for Manchester City for £11.6 million. Now that one comes with a little extra spice. And you know, this just brilliantly illustrates that a transfer is rarely just a business transaction, right? It's an immediate injection of rivalry. Fresh off completing his £11.6 million move to the Etihad, Elliot Anderson literally didn't waste a single second endearing himself to his new fan base. He immediately sent out a direct message referencing the Kings of Manchester, taking a very clear, very public shot straight at Manchester United. It's exactly that kind of immediate confidence, or let's be real, absolute audacity, that makes these confirmed deals so incredibly fun to analyze. But as we all know, not every move goes quite this smoothly.
Section 2. The friction, rejections and bidding wars. Now this is the active market. This is where multi-club rivalries play out, where valuations totally clash, and where sporting directors really earn those massive salaries. This is where the drama truly lives. Just take a second to let this number sink in. £85 million. In today's market, that is the kind of money that usually forces a club's hand. But according to the latest from Sky Sports, this absolutely gargantuan sum was put on the table, and it was flat out rejected. No way.
So who was throwing that kind of wild money around, and who actually had the nerve to say no? Well, it was none other than Real Madrid. They submitted this £85 million bid for RB Leipzig winger Jan Diamond, and Leipzig just turned it down. And crucially, this rejection doesn't just affect Madrid. It sends shockwaves all the way over to Anfield. Jan Diamond happens to be a prime target for Liverpool. With Madrid failing to get this deal over the line despite dropping an £85 million offer, the door remains wide open for Liverpool. But it also sets an unbelievably high price floor if the Reds actually want to secure his signature. And the friction certainly doesn't stop there. We've got a massive heavyweight clash brewing right in the Premier League. The morning papers are absolutely buzzing with reports that both Manchester United and Arsenal are actively plotting a bid for Aston Villa's elite striker Ollie Watkins. When you have two historic giants with massive financial backing locking horns over a proven Premier League goal scorer, you are guaranteed a bidding war. Both clubs clearly see Watkins as the missing piece to their attacking puzzle. But Watkins isn't the only player causing a massive multi-club tug-of-war right now. Look at the race for Alex Scott. We're talking about Arsenal, Chelsea, and Manchester United all circling here. The Sky Sports analysis perfectly captures his incredible rise. I mean, he was once considered a, quote, scrawny-looking kid, but he has completely flourished under Andoni Raiola at Bournemouth. He's transformed into such a complete midfielder that the absolute elite of English football are now clamoring for his signature. It's a real testament to incredible player development, and it's for sure going to cost one of these top clubs an absolute premium to pry him away. And just to quickly round up this section of market friction, we're seeing deals stalling and shifting literally all over Europe. Over in Italy, Como have actually failed to reach an agreement for Chelsea's Trevoh Chalobah, leaving that whole move just hanging in the balance. Meanwhile, Inter Milan are showing some serious interest in signing Tottenham captain Christian Romero during this summer window, a move that would, without a doubt, severely test Spurs' resolve. And in one of the more fascinating storylines coming out of Sky Sports today, Aston Villa could actually be offering Alejandro Garnacho the perfect route to redemption after completing a Chelsea exit.
The dominoes are definitely wobbling right now, but they haven't all fallen just yet.
Section 3. The rumor mill, blockbusters, and records.
All right, this is where we look at the blockbusters. These are the high-stakes, record-breaking headlines currently dominating the Sky Sports feed. These are the moves that, if they actually happen, will completely redefine the landscape of the sport. Let's start with a question that could genuinely shape the future of the women's game. Are we about to see a brand-new Women's Super League transfer record completely shattered in the coming days? Well, the sheer scale of ambition being shown by one European giant suggests the answer is a resounding yes.
The huge headline here is that Barcelona wants to absolutely break transfer records to sign Manchester City forward Carrion. If this actually goes through, it would literally make her the Women's Super League's most expensive export in history. Now, Barcelona are already a massively dominant force, right? So their willingness to just break the bank to pull a star forward away from a huge club like Manchester City, well, it shows exactly how aggressively they're looking to cement their status at the top. It's a massive potential blow for City for sure, but an absolute landmark moment for transfer valuations in the WSL.
But now, we have to address the absolute elephant in the room. The headline that made everyone scrolling through Sky Sports today stop dead in their tracks. We teased it at the very beginning of this explainer, and it's finally time to look at the reality of it. Could Vinicius Jr., arguably one of the most electrifying players on the entire planet, actually be packing his bags for North London?
According to the Transfer Center, Arsenal is actively exploring a deal for the Real Madrid and Brazil forward. But hey, before we all get completely carried away, let's take a quick breath and look at what exploring a deal actually means in this context. What it means is that the ambition over at the Emirates is absolutely sky high. Bringing in a player of Vinicius Jr.'s global magnitude wouldn't just shatter Arsenal's wage structure and transfer records, it would literally single-handedly shift the entire balance of power in the Premier League. It's a terrifying prospect for opposition defenders and just an absolute dream scenario for Arsenal fans. The very fact that this is even being reported as an avenue Arsenal is actively exploring, that tells you everything you need to know about the current ambition of the club right now.
So, from an £85 million rejection for Diomande, to a potential WSL record for Carolyn, to the sheer, unfiltered madness of Arsenal exploring a move for Vinicius Jr., the market is absolutely on fire. But here is the big question for you, the focused learners tracking every single move. Which of these massive blockbusters do you realistically see crossing the finish line before deadline day? Which one is pure fiction, and which one is about to become a done deal? Take a look at the facts we've laid out today, dive into the comments, and let us know your predictions. We want to hear from you. Until next time, keep your eyes on the funnel.